Steady, please. Attention. Go.
And both crews are away in this race of the Thames Challenge Cup. In the Buck Station, we have the Z Club from Luzern, and on screen now in the Buck Station, it's N.S.R Oslo from Norway. And this was quite a controversial race yesterday with Norway and a clash of blades with the Australian crew from Sydney Rowing Club, who were then disqualified from the race.
Yeah, not rowed out, so they'll have had some feisty goings on yesterday. Didn't have to row it out. Z Club Luzern, Switzerland had to row theirs out, and they've got the lead at the moment. After that kind of calm, we're back into the battle on the water now. It's Z Club Luzern, Swiss national champions from 2016, undefeated for a whole year. Right in front of Henley there, who are leading out of the island in the first stages of this race here.
And this is a fairly epic battle to be having on the Friday at Henley. Two really big clubs here, and two very, very strong crews. I believe the Norwegian crew is potentially their under 23.
I think six.
National crew.
Yeah, I think 6 of them have raced for Norway in the under 23. So you're right. We've got some experienced international under 23 athletes in that crew, and in the Switzerland crew, one of the strongest crews in the event. Look at the determination, the absolute focus in that strokes face. Determined to get through. They're really pushing it every stroke now.
And we've seen some interesting tactics with this 8 racing. It's really critical in the 8 because it's such a fast boat, but particularly in match racing, to be able to have a good start, perhaps hold the beat up a little longer than you might to try and get that advantage. But then, of course, you don't want to be paying for that at the other end.
Definitely, this Swiss boat here, they've kept their rate up 35 and a half, because really trying to keep that rate up to get to break contact. They're just about breaking contact and just seeing if they can get that bit of clear water. But it's really, in the 8s, it's quite, you want to get your speed up. It's quite difficult then to get any more speed. It takes quite a lot to change a pace. So again, a well-matched race to the middle of this.
But both crews just have such a high level of technical proficiency, and this is what you start seeing on the Friday. I was talking to some American visitors on the train today, and they said they were really looking forward to seeing the Friday racing because everything steps up a notch. There's everything to fight for to make it through to the Saturday, and so much prestige in making it to the weekend at this regatta. So Friday really is such a make or break day for so many crews, and obviously for the international competitors as well. They've travelled some distance to be here, and so you really want to get through to the semis and the finals at Henley.
So here we go, through the middle of the race. Now, it really does look like this Norwegian crew is coming back on the Swiss crew. So this is the Norwegian crew here in the red and white. They almost lost contact, but now they're coming back through. So now they've got the faster boat speed generally. They've moved back up through, so it will matter of how long they can keep that. Have they had to put in too much in the middle of the race? They do look like they're coming back stroke on stroke. What do you reckon, Sarah?
It looks to me like the rating is just slightly up in that Norwegian boat now. They settled a little earlier, and this is what we said. It's important to get a good fast start in the 8 to have the look back on your competitor, but you can't do that at the expense of being able to bring it home in the second half. And it looks to me as though the Norwegians are in just a stronger rhythm through this middle section of the race, although the Swiss crew does still hold the advantage. They won the international regatta in Aiguebelette earlier this year, so they are a class outfit. They're internationally successful, and they've obviously spent quite a lot of time racing together. So I don't expect either of these crews to break down technically too much. It's really going to be a battle as we get towards the enclosures.
It's just a battle. It's a battle of the rhythm in this middle section of an 8s race. Who can maintain and do what they need to do while still maintaining enough energy. Both crews really want this so much. This Z Club Luzern, it's been kind of their dream all year to make it through. Their Cox, their Coxing call is all during their training has been do it for your dream, do it for Henley. That's what they've been calling all year to even get here. So now they're here, they're on the water, they've made it through to Friday. I'm very successfully through to Friday. And Really, it's starting to hurt there, looking at the faces. This is when it really starts to hurt, because now you're already hurting, and this is when the clock starts to call you to move it up. They're having to put the rating up now as we come past into the enclosures. They're starting to wind it up now when it already is killing your body.
As these crews come towards the enclosures, the noise will start. They'll start to hear the cheering from the banks, and this is where it really starts to happen. But you can't let time get away from you here. The meters are being chewed up, and there's very little time for this Norwegian crew to start to make an impact. The Swiss, I think, have done a really good job to hold that advantage from the start, but there's everything to fight for now as both crews start to wind as they hear the crowds going.
There, they went there. I've been waiting. This Norway cruise looked like they've waited to pounce for about 400 metres, and they've just jacked up their rating there. They sat up a bit more. We'll see, as you said, it's been eating up the meters. They've left it dreadfully late. We'll see if the Sea Club from Switzerland can hold on there. At 2 in this Norwegian boat, there's a marine hydrodynamics expert, and he's been experimenting in the university rowing tank, and they've increased their boat speed by sitting more like a bullet.
And look at the pain on the face of the Swiss crew. You can see the stroke there. Kevin Stadelman, his eyes are shut, his teeth are grimaced. Look at the look on his face. He is driving his crew, desperate to hold on as the Norwegians. They're just putting it in stroke after stroke. As you said, they made the move. The momentum is with them. It looks like the lead is with the Norwegian crew now as they come towards the crowd.
They just had more left. The Sea Club, they've led all the way down, but now they can only get the rating to 36. The Norwegians have managed to get out there to 38. They've got that bullet-like posture that's driving them through. Are they going to do it? Is it going to be enough? It's difficult at this angle.
Looks like the Norwegians have just a canvas lead, but it's not over as they come down towards the line. This is what we've been waiting for, the Friday racing neck and neck. They come to the line. It looks like it will be the Norwegians.
Back up at 40 there for the Norwegians. They've really, really timed this race absolutely perfectly. You could just see them waiting all the way down.
And the stroke man in the Swiss crew, he collapses over his oar. What a brave row by the Swiss to hold on to that, try and hold on to that early lead from the start, but they couldn't quite get there. A powerful move there from the Norwegians, who are delighted. Look at the coxswain, his arms are up in the air. They know what it means to make it through to the Saturday in the Thames Challenge Cup at Henley Royal Regatta.
I think we might see that Z Club back next year after such a good 3 rounds.
So the winner in the Thames Challenge Cup, N.S.R. Oslo from Norway.